such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming through, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are near, and the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. I'm on top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world.
I believe Spirit wants us to be happy. I believe our souls are here to have experiences that fill our hearts with joy. I believe our earth home holds tremendous splendor in nature, with magnificent sunrises and sunsets, oceans, waterfalls, forests, mountain peaks. I believe in the daily miracles of laughter, bird songs, and blue skies. We have the good fortune to be here briefly on this planet. By recognizing that Spirit lives within each of us, and by examining our internal thoughts and beliefs, we have an opportunity each day to ensure we create for ourselves the type of life we not only want, but also the one we desire and deserve. We can then expand our hopeful and loving vision outward towards others. Collectively, we then choose to create a world for all, focused on joy and love. As Holmes tells us, there, through the door of our own thought, we enter into the universal consciousness, into a complete realization of life, of truth, of love and beauty. It will be the greatest thing we ever do. Namaste. So I take this candle and hold the high watch and hold you on prayer. Thank you.
This is a song that is extremely, extremely important to both Stephen and I. We hope that it's important to you as well. When you're down and troubled, and you need helping hand, and nothing is going right. Just close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. Everybody, you just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, baby, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Oh, yes, I will. You got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and the old north wind begins to blow, just keep your head together and call them out loud, and soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is miss call, and I'll be there. Yes, yes. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? Yeah, they'll hurt you and desert you. Yeah, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, but we're not gonna let them. No. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, yeah, to see you again. Oh, winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend. Oh, you've got a friend. Don't it feel good to know that you've got a friend? You've got a friend. Thank you for singing along with us.
I love that song. And then when Irene and I were driving down the road this morning, there was a song that played, Love Will Keep Us Together, Captain and Tennille. What a perfect song for today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Blue skies, warm sun. Have you noticed the flowers along the highway? Is it called pestamon? The bright pink shoots that come up. Aren't they wonderful? Yeah, Mother Nature. Okay, we say thank you, God, for all of this, all of the flowers, all of the sunshine, for all of this, all of you, and so much more. That is until the 19th, when the first heat wave is supposed to hit. Oh, Melinda, you're going to really be unhappy. My Alaska girl. At the end of this month, as was announced, we celebrate the life of our dear Reverend Ronnie. And we will send her on her way with lots of love, trusting what we teach and what we know deep in our bones, that life is eternal, spirit continues, and the love never, ever disappears. This month at our center, we've been exploring the theme, what if? Oh my goodness, what if? What if life is larger than the moment we're in right now? What if something good is always trying to unfold? What if the changes we face are not interruptions, but invitations? Reverend Donna has stepped out of retirement, as you know. She's always had the gift of storytelling, and I have listened to her talk for 20 years. And so everything that comes out of my mouth today and every day is Donna. So your talk last week was just wonderful. Thank you. Stories help us recognize ourselves in life. They help us see our experiences with a little more wisdom. Sometimes a good story helps us see our own lives more clearly, and sometimes it helps us notice what life may be asking of us. Change, what comes next? Change begins with love. Our monthly theme is what if, and change begins with love is for this week. And most of us assume change begins with circumstances. Something happens. Something shifts. Something forces us to adjust. But in the deeper spiritual sense, something else is present first. Love. Not sentimental love, but a deeper love we speak about in this teaching, the creative presence of spirit itself. Ernest Holmes reminds us that we live in a spiritual universe governed by a creative intelligence, and that this intelligence responds to us. I mean, that's enormous. We could just wrap our little minds around that topic. We're not separate from the creative process of life. We are participants in it. So when change appears in our lives, it is not always something happening So when change appears in our lives, it is not always something happening to us. Sometimes it is life itself, moving, unfolding, inviting something new to emerge. And when we begin from love, from trust, from openness, and from a willingness to grow, change stops feeling like disruption. Instead, it begins to feel like movement, like life continuing to reveal itself, one step at a time. And what if change is not something to fear? What if it is something inviting us forward? Change, again, begins with love. Sometimes change is simply how we see. Reminds me, James Webb Deep Field Space Telescope. Donna's talked about this before. But it's just amazing. This telescope revealed something astounding on July 12, 2022. For decades, astronomers studied the night sky. We had powerful telescopes, and we thought we had seen much of what was there. But when the telescope began sending back its images, scientists were stunned. They pointed it at what looked like a tiny, almost empty patch of sky. And when the image came back, it was filled with light. Thousands of galaxies appeared, not just stars, but entire galaxies, vast spirals of stars, glowing clouds of gas, an ancient light that had been traveling across the universe for billions of years. Some of those galaxies are so distant that the light we see today began its journey before our planet even existed. All of it had been there the whole time. We simply did not yet have the lens to see it. And it invites a deeper question. The same creative intelligence that shaped those galaxies is the life expressing through each one of us. Ernest reminds us that we live in a spiritual universe governed by a creative intelligence, and that this intelligence responds to us. We are not separate from the creative process of life. We are participants again in it. Ernest Holmes, as a young man, studied philosophy, religion, and science, always asking whether there was intelligence behind the universe. Eventually, he wrote a simple but powerful idea. There is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. A Zen story speaks to this. A university professor once went to visit a Zen master. The professor wanted to learn about enlightenment, about wisdom, about the nature of life. As they sat together, the Zen master began pouring tea into the professor's cup. He poured and kept pouring. Soon the tea was spilling over the edge, running onto the table and dripping onto the floor. Finally, the professor said, "Stop! The cup is already full. No more is going to go in there." The Zen master gently set down the teapot and said, "How can I show you anything new unless you first empty your cup?" Sometimes when life changes, we are asked to empty our cups, to release what we thought life should look like, to release what we expected, so something new can appear. Again, Ernest wrote that love is the self-givingness of spirit through the desire of life to express itself. He reminded us that we live in a spiritual universe governed by a creative intelligence, and that this intelligence responds to us. Is this a little redundant? Sorry. We are not separate from the creative process of life. We are participants in it. In other words, love is not simply something we feel from time to time. Love is the very nature of life. When we respond to change with love rather than fear, we align ourselves with the creative intelligence of the universe. And when love leads the way, something remarkable happens. Fear softens, resistance relaxes, and possibilities begin to appear that we never have imagined before. A Buddhist story talks of this. A man filled with anger came to a monk and began insulting him, mocking him, and verbally attacking him in every way he could. The monk listened quietly. When the man had finished, the monk asked, "If someone offers you a gift and you do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man answered, "To the one who offered it, of course." And the monk said softly, "Then I do not accept your anger." Not everything that comes toward us has to enter us. Love gives us another choice. to remain grounded in who we are and allow what does not belong to us to pass us by. A student who once went to his teacher troubled and confused about life. His mind was full of questions. The teacher asked him to bring a cup of water from a nearby stream. When the student arrived, a cart had just passed through the water, stirring up the mud and making the water very cloudy. The student returned and said he could not bring the water because it was cloudy. The teacher simply said, "Wait, and then try again." After some time, the student returned to the stream. The mud had settled, and the water was clear. The teacher said, "You see, the mind is like that water. When it is disturbed, it becomes cloudy. But if you allow it to settle, clarity will return." And most of us have lived long enough to know this is true. We have been through moments when life felt all stirred up, uncertain, even a little muddy. Times when we could not immediately see the way forward. And yet, if we give life a little space, a little patience, a little trust, something will settle and clarity will appear again. Think of a garden. When a gardener plants seeds, the gardener does not dig them up every day to see if they're growing. The gardener simply provides the soil, Maria, water, sunlight, Melinda, and loving care. Quietly beneath the surface, life begins to unfold. Roots form, shoots rise, growth happens long before we ever see it. And perhaps change in our own lives is a little like that. Something may already be growing, even when we cannot see it yet. And love, like the patient gardener, continues to nurture life forward. So perhaps the invitation before us is simple. When life changes, we can respond with fear, or we can respond with love. And perhaps that is the wisdom life keeps offering us. Life invites us to trust a little deeper and to remember that something good may already be unfolding even when we cannot see it. Change does not begin with force. Change begins with love. And so it is. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4. I grow in joy, I dance in spirit, I lift my heart in praise. I am God's love, I give thanks for good, I live my life in grace. You grow in joy, you dance in spirit, you lift your heart in praise. You are God's love, you give thanks for good, you live your life in grace. We grow in joy, we dance in spirit. give thanks for good. We live our lives in grace. We live our lives in grace. Cha-cha-cha.
Isn't that fun?
Great. You really do.
You know, your music is just so wonderful every Sunday. It's wonderful, wonderful. And so are you. Okay, time to get out your wallets and your purses. It's time for our offering. Please join me in our offering affirmation on the front of your program. My gift goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless all that it touches. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I share generously of my good, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is.
Know me, know you, one. Know me, know you, love. You're the inspiration, a manifestation out of devastation. The truth. Know me, know you, one. Know me, know you, love. Got no limitations. I'm a new creation. This calls for celebration. Born again. Know me, know you, one. Know me, know you, love. Know me, know you, one. Know me, know you, love.
So I hope you all have just a lovely day and a wonderful week to come. So just take a breath. So I know there is one life, one presence, one loving intelligence moving through all things. We know that love is guiding this community, and love is guiding our lives. Love is preparing the way ahead. We say thank you to our greeters, to the lovely ladies behind the counter with all the wonderful things to munch on. To everyone who made this service possible, we are grateful. So with a grateful heart, I release these words into the law as it does its perfect work for our highest and best good, trusting that all is unfolding in a beautiful way. And so it is. Circle up, everybody. Sing a song. Be happy.
offense to you, baby, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I belong if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. I belong if you feel like that's what you gotta do. Because I'm happy. I belong if you know that happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. I belong if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, come on. Bring it down, nothing. Bring me down, ain't nothing. Bring me down, ain't nothing. Bring me down, I say now. Because I'm happy. Alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Alone if you know that that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Alone if you feel that happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Alone if you feel like that's what you gotta do. Oh, I guess that's what you gotta do.